worked. Finally, I am so sorry about that. That was absolutely horrendous. So I was trying to use my daughter's phone to do this, and I forgot that her camera doesn't work. So now I was screwed, and now I'm doing this. So, we are good to go now. So let me know if you guys can see me. Let me know if you can hear me, and then we'll get straight into this. I really do apologize about that. I had it all set up, and then I went on my daughter's phone to try it out, and her camera is broken apparently. And then the second time I went on, I put it on mine, and it was because it was on my daughter's phone. It was in portrait mode only, and it wasn't in landscape, so I had to cancel it again. So now I have to delete the two live streams that shouldn't exist. And yeah. Then I don't want to delete the second one just in case. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me again. We got a couple new fragrances to go over if you didn't already see the thumbnail for it. This is Coach Open Road, and I just got it in today. I figured I would do it on my live stream. I also want to review, I already did my first impression video. I haven't released it yet though. Stronger with You Oud. I want to talk to you guys about that, as well as two other fragrances that I got in, even though I've had them before. Mugler's Amen, and this is on sale right now. This is the Ultimate and Mercedes-Benz Club Black. But yeah, again, I apologize. I know there was like 13 or 14 of you guys waiting, but if you just joined me now, I was on my daughter's phone and her front-facing camera is broken. I only have 40% battery on this phone that I'm using right now, so probably halfway through the stream, I'm going to have to plug in my charger and then talk to you guys on the headphones. But again, we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this live. The giveaway is going to be just a bunch of random decants, including this one right here, which is Coach Open Road, and I'm going to give you a decant of this after I do open it and let you guys know what I get. I will also give you a decant of Stronger with You Oud. But let me pull up the chat here to see what you guys are saying. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for the help. By the way, I think I just saw Jeff. I think I saw that you were in here. Give me 1 second. I need to pull up the chat first. How's everybody doing today, by the way? All right, there we go. Got up the comments. Where's the live chat? This is not going well to start out my live. Is everybody in here? Is there a live? Let me go into somebody else's account and see if I can see it. This is all kinds of fucked up. All right. Sorry, bear with me for 1 second. This has literally been a mess up. I can't see anything on my screen. There we go. It wasn't updating on my daughter's phone. All right, so Nigel, thank you so much. Cruid, welcome. Ravi, Chris, welcome to you guys. Michael, how you doing? Mark, Jeff. So thank you so much for helping me. Prior to the stream, I was trying to get it in subscriber mode only. It turns out that you have to do it while you're setting up the live, and you have to do it on a computer because it wasn't letting me on my phone. But thank you for you helping me out, Jeff. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be opening up the Coach Open Road once we get over 20 people into the chat, which we're at 18 now. So once we get to 20, I will open Coach Open Road, let you guys know what I get from it. I haven't seen really any reviews online outside of ones from like Spain and one from London, but I can't understand what they were saying. So outside of that, I also will be telling you about Strong With You Oud and then be doing a giveaway at the end. Anybody can enter as long as you are subscribed to my channel, and I will send it off to you. You'll get about 5 or 6 different decants, including Coach Open Road and Stronger With You Oud. Pretty much anything that I talk about in this video. So one more person joins, and then we'll do that, and then I'll let you guys know what I get from Coach Open Road. What's up, Killa Cam? What's up, Kevin? the Steelers lost, Nigel, which is terrible. I wore Invictus Victory, hoping that it would be good, but yeah. Um, let's see. Curious on the Coach Open Road. I heard the things about it already. Someone said on the other. Don't tell me I don't know what's in it. The only thing I do know, I'm glad you only said apple. I knew there was apple. I posted the notes when it like a month or so ago, whenever I first heard it come out, maybe like a month and a half. And the only thing I can remember from it was apple. So yeah, I did see that there was a lot of, what's it called? I did see the Giants won today, by the way, Cam's at. That's 2-0 now. Saquon Barkley had a really good game last week. I didn't watch the game this week, though. All right, well, I'm just going to open Coach Open Road. It's time. So, dang, that's hard. That's what she said. All right, Coach Open Road. So the box is kind of basic. It has a little pattern to it. I'm not that kind of person. I don't go into the boxes and let you guys know exactly what's going on. But anyway, Jeff, I just saw what you were saying, your fragrance of the day. So I haven't had my channel available whenever it was the football season. Every Sunday, kind of like a thing that I do is I wear Invictus Victory during Steeler games. Like kind of like a one of those, I can't think of the word. Why can't I think of it? What's the word for it whenever you think of, when you do something before every game? Why can't I think of the word for it? Before you, superstition, yeah. So I'm very superstitious, so I always wear Invictus Victory for every game. And usually the Steelers win. And today I put it on halfway through the game because I went to Med Express earlier. I felt like I had COVID. This is the second time I've been either in a hospital or something in the last couple weeks. I can hardly swallow. So if you guys hear me coughing or anything during the stream, I apologize. But anyway, Coach Open Road, let's get it. And we have 22 people in here, so it works. So if you want to see the bottle, this is what size did I get? I got the middle size, 60 mil. But the thing is, and I'm surprised because it's still pretty tall for a 60 ml, so I'm guessing they get wider, not taller. But it's a really nice bottle. First one in the line. I'm going to both spray it on my hand to get the skin chemistry, and then I'm also going to spray it on a tester strip to get the neutral, see what I get from both of them. Okay, so this is not what I was expecting. You definitely get the apple in there, but it's definitely blue. It's definitely like a blue scent. Aromatic, woody, but sweet. It reminds me of something like Mont Blanc Explorer, but not with the ambroxan, not as heavy on the ambroxan, mixed with something like apple. It's sweet, it's aromatic, it's a bit woody. Yeah, I'm actually really interested. It's very light. You don't get as much apple on a tester. It reminds me, honestly, I did not expect this from Coach because we have Coach for Men, which is like the fruity random pull fragrance. You have Coach Blue, which really isn't too much of a blue fragrance. Well, it still is. Then you have Coach Platinum, which is that sweet sauvage mixed with vanilla type fragrance. This one is more of a typical blue fragrance. You get those woods, you get almost like a cedar or something like that. Then you get like a clary sage lavender mix. The apple's prominent in the opening, but I can already tell on my skin it's starting to dissipate. It's a bit sweet from the apple, but not overly sweet. Comparable to something like Creed Invictus, where you get like that pineapple in there, but it's not overly fruity. It's nice. I'm not gonna say it's like amazing me or anything like that. It's just one of those aromatic woody fragrances with a bit of sweetness, but it compared to the other ones that I've mentioned, the Mont Blanc Explorers, the Creed Invictus, this is more dialed back and not as strong or in your face. This seems like it's more of a daytime fragrance as well, but quite versatile. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's actually really nice. It's just not what I was expecting from a coach. It's going straight down the path of just a normal blue that has a little bit of a sweetness in there. It has that woodiness. It has those herbal green facets to it. If I had to compare it to any fragrance out there, it's like almost like a mix between, and this is kind of weird, there's facets of Bleu de Chanel, and then there's facets of Mont Blanc Explorer. It's kind of like if you put those two together. I mean, I'm not saying they smell like them or anything like that. It's just that's the type of fragrance that it is. It's definitely blue. As soon as you smell it, if any of you guys smell it, the winner of the giveaway, if you smell Coach Open Road, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It just has that feeling of, it has like a little bit of a patchouli vibe in there as well, where you get that earthiness. Okay, now I was trying to think of if you like the new Polo Blue Parfum, it has vibes of that. It actually has more vibes of that than the other two that I already spoke about. Yeah, it's that patchouli earthiness that you get mixed with apple. It's very similar to the Polo Blue line. Yeah, a little bit of each of those fragrances. It's not exactly like them. It does do its own thing, but it's kind of basic. It's a nice fragrance, but it doesn't push out very much, especially here. On paper, it's almost dissipating completely. It smells nice. It's just not a overly well performer. Let's see if any of you guys have heard anything about it. I'm hearing myself. I'm like far behind. Let's see. Fragrance of the day: Polo Cologne Intense. I'm smelling like some sexy mint mouthwash. That's the first time I've heard that one. Rams and High. Oh, I'm not going to rewatch the games. Don't worry about it. Superstition. Yes, thank you guys. I know I forgot the words. Trying to watch this live stream and my Las Vegas Raiders. Not a huge fan of the Raiders, but they did get better this year, and I like Devontae Adams. Coach Open Road is made by the same perfumer as Huh. Well, it's definitely not going down. It's in the same realm as Creed Aventus, but it doesn't smell niche quality. It doesn't have that birch. It doesn't have pineapple. It doesn't smell like Creed Aventus. And honestly, even though I said Bleu de Chanel, I said Mont Blanc Explorer, it was because I was thinking of what fragrance I was actually trying to compare this to. And it really is, especially, I mean, maybe more in the opening, you have that Mont Blanc Explorer, but quickly here, and I can smell it just a little bit away from my skin, so it's not a terrible performer, but just a little bit away from the skin, you can smell it. It has that Polo Blue line type earthiness. It has those like a little bit of sweetness, like in the Polo Blue line, you get the mandarin orange or whatever it might be in each one. That gives it that little bit of sweetness in the opening. This one has that apple, which in the very early 3 to 5 minutes, you can smell that apple. It's up. It's nice, but literally now the apple's almost completely gone. It's an average blue fragrance. It's nothing that's making me go wow, but at the same time, it's still in the same realm as something like the Polo Blues. A little bit of sweetness in there. It's a nice fragrance. It definitely is a nice smell. You're gonna get compliments with this. When my wife comes outside, I'll ask her and see what she thinks. But I don't think that she's going to be too thrilled with this because she's not a huge fan of blue fragrances. And this is definitely blue fragrance through and through. But anyway, while I let that dry down, I'm going to get into Stronger With You Oud. And I'm not going to get too far into Stronger With You Oud because I do want to save some stuff for my videos, but I've already worn this. I've already done my video. And I can tell you that this fragrance is not worth the hype that it's getting. So it's going to be very selective, but right in the opening of the fragrance, there's really no oud that you can smell in it. It more comes across as a spicy, sweet woodiness, and the woodiness is really mature, really manly, like that manly woods. And in the opening, that woods is right front and center. You can smell it. So if you like that really masculine woods, and you like Stronger With You line, then you would like the opening of this. The opening is quite nice. And at points in time in this fragrance, I sit here and I go, wow, that's actually really nice. But once you get about an hour into the fragrance, it kind of just becomes the basic stronger with you intensely without the toffee. It's nothing really out of the box. The opening is nice, but I don't think it's worth the price that it's going for, which is about $140, $150, especially if you have another fragrance in the line. If you like woody scents and you don't have any of the other stronger with yous, you might be good with this. As far as what it's closest to in the line, I would say it's closest to Stronger With You Intensely, which is my least favorite from the line. The original and Absolutely are my favorites. Absolutely is by far my favorite. Intensely gives me a headache. It does smell nice, but it gives me a really bad headache. This one's not as strong as Intensely, but it's like if you took Intensely and you took out that toffee and you added in a really heavy helping of woods. It's a little bit musky too, but it's, for the most part, you get a really heavy dose of aromatics and woods in the opening that's hitting you in the face. If you like those really heavy, mature fragrances, I can see why Jensense likes this. This is the type of fragrance that he would like. But again, I've already sampled this, and about an hour after the fragrance starts to dissipate and die down, the oud or the woods part of it goes completely away, and you're left with the original Stronger With You Intensely, or the Stronger With You Intensely without the toffee. So just kind of like a sweet vanilla resinous quality. It's a nice ambery sweet fougere. It's just, to me, if you have any of the other fragrances in the line, I wouldn't get this unless you're really, really obsessed with the line. And at the end of the day, I don't know why. I went through YouTube. I didn't watch any. I don't like to watch other people's videos and get their ideas. But with that said, I looked through the thumbnails, and there was probably 30 videos about Stronger With You Oud, and every single one of them was like, fire, or this is the best Stronger With You, or something like that. Every one of the thumbnails said that. And I was like, I don't get it. And so I asked a bunch of my subscribers that I already know picked this up, and they all said the same thing as me. It's kind of just a woody take on Stronger With You Intensely. It's not as sweet. It doesn't project as much, although it still does project nice. And then in the dry down, it's just kind of basic. It's a good fragrance. Don't get me wrong. It's just the amount of hype that apparently it's getting, I just don't understand it. I'll probably keep on hold on to it and then probably sell it whenever it goes out of stock again. But it's not anything that I can see myself wearing and going out and saying, hey, today I want to pull this over Stronger With You Absolutely. I would never do that, because Stronger With You Absolutely, to me, is about 10 times better than this fragrance. But let me get back to the comments, and then I'll get further into the other two. You might want to ask other people about the Halloweens. I tried 2 Halloweens, and I didn't like them at all. I tried Halloween Man X, and I forget the other one that I tried, and I hated them both. Halloween Man X, to me, people said it smelled like coffee, and it smells like old coffee, to me, at least. I don't really get much of a straight-up coffee vibe. Some people do, but to me, it's just cloyingly sweet fragrance that has like a synthetic coffee. That's pretty much what I get from it. Open Road to Invictus and Santa. No, it definitely doesn't smell like Santal 33, Cam. Santal 33 smells like pickles. And I know that Jeff disagrees with me about that. He said that Santal 33 is worn all over LA. And again, maybe in LA, Santal 33 is a big hit, but in Pittsburgh, I've never smelled it before on a girl, and it smells like straight up pickles. But I can kind of see the Invictus, but there's no burst, there's no pineapple, there's not like a huge helping of ambroxan in this. While it does feel like there's a little bit of ambroxan, it's more feels like the Polo Blue line. And you guys, I'm going to spray it on my hand again. I just want to get another feeling of the opening. Woo! That was one of those alcohol tinges. Right whenever you spray it on, then it like hits you right in the nose. Yeah, right in the opening, you get a lot of apple. The opening is really, really nice. Like, actually really nice. But then that apple dissipates after about 2 to 3 minutes, and it's more of like, and you will know as soon as you smell this, you'll know what I'm talking about. So the apple in the night in the opening is really nice, yes. But after 5 minutes, you'll know exactly what I'm saying when I say it smells similar to the Polo Blue line. It has that patchouli earthiness along with some woody aromatic notes in there. It's fresh, a little bit, tiny bit of spice in there, but not really. It's kind of like that spice that you get from like most blue fragrances, that it's kind of like a smoky spice. It's definitely in there. I don't think there's any incense or anything. It's kind of just like a smoky spice in the background. But it's fresh, it's aromatic, it's clean. It's really nice because of that apple in the opening, and I kind of wish that that apple would stay. It smells like the Boss bottled apple. But like a little bit fruitier and a little bit more crisp. And that's really heavy here in the opening. If you spray it, I sprayed it on top of what I already had, and that apple's really nice. The second helping here is a lot better, but with that said, it doesn't smell like Creed at all. I mean, it's in that same realm, so I can understand what they're talking about because it has that woods and it has that aromaticness, but there's not any of that pineapple. This apple feels like an apple. It doesn't feel like pineapple at all. It doesn't have any really ambroxan heavy, like whether it be a woody ambroxan or a fuzzy ambroxan. It doesn't really have that feel either. I can still smell a little bit over here and from the first spray, and it's like a Polo Blue mixed with an opening that has apple in there. It's what it feels like. It doesn't smell like any of those things, but picture your typical blue fragrance and then add apple for the first 5 minutes. That's literally what it smells like. It has that little bit of earthy, a little bit of woods, a little bit of aromatics, all just kind of blended together with a little bit of like a smoky spice, some green facets from the lavender and what feels like clary sage. And that's pretty much what you have in this fragrance. Let me check the notes. I don't know what the notes are for this, but does anybody know if they have that on Fragrantica yet? Fragrantica. Let's see. Coach Open Road. I think it's going to be a keep for me, though. I thought I was going to return it, to be honest with you. It's woody, aromatic, citrus, fresh, spicy. See, I don't get any citrus from it. No, in the opening, there's lemon. I don't get much of the lemon in the opening. There might be a little bit in the background, but for the most part, I'm getting that red apple. Szechuan pepper, okay, so that's probably what's giving it that spice. Vetiver, which is giving it that smokiness. Lavender and clary sage, providing that green facet. Cedar, giving it the woods. And patchouli, obviously, it's a heavier patchouli, so that's what the notes are, see? So, yeah. I didn't sense lemon, but okay. Now that I'm saying that, I can. So sometimes you can't pick out notes, but then you see them, and just seeing them visually, you can kind of pick them out in the background. But still, if I needed to dumb down this fragrance, picture your typical blue fragrance with that smoky spice from the vetiver and then also some earthiness from the patchouli. Honestly, picture Polo Blue with apple in the opening and I guess a little bit of lemon now that it's saying it. That's what you get from this fragrance. It's good. I would rate it probably just based on the opening smells here, probably an 8 to an 8.5 just based off the smell. The smell's really nice. It's going to get you compliments. It's going to be easy to wear in multiple situations. It's going to be probably an all-season situation fragrance, not a situational fragrance. I would say it'd be safe for work, absolutely. Pretty much anything. I don't think it would be like a date night fragrance, but I mean, it seems like it's one of those all-arounds, kind of like Polo Blue. But again, it's kind of in that realm of Polo Blue. It's a fragrance that's good for a random pull, like the entire line. They're good, but they're not like, wow. And that's what I get from this fragrance. So with that said, Coach Open Road, it's a good fragrance. It's a good start to what I'm hoping is going to be a new line for them. Maybe like Open Road Blue or Open Road something would come in the future, and I hope so, because then you can look back on this fragrance and say, okay, that was a good start to a line. Does anybody know, is this a fragrance that's going to be turned into a line? I would be excited to know that, because kind of like YSL Eau de Toilette, when it first came out, a lot of people were like, that's a good fragrance, but it's not great. And now people look back on it, like me, and think, wow, that was a great start to an amazing line. I think that if they turn that into a line, I could look back on that and think, this is a nice, very easy to wear, safe fragrance that just makes you feel good about yourself, can draw you compliments, and you'll never have anybody tell you that you smell bad. As far as performance, I can tell you, compared to other blue fragrances in the same category, it's probably on the lower end of the performance, but I can't give you that. I'm just giving it to you what I can smell now. The more you spray it on top of each other, though, the more that apple does stay, and the more now that I can see that lemon in there. But yeah, it's a nice fragrance, definitely a nice fragrance. I would say to definitely try it out. It's not worth a blind buy though, especially because it smells like a lot of other fragrances that are out there. Let me check out your things here. People on Fragrant, oh, I already got that one. Halloween Hero, haven't tried. Good to know, because I was in the fence whether to pull a trigger or not. I already have 3 different Stronger With You fragrances. Yes, so who said that? Ravi? Oh, wait, no, Hockey. So pretty much, I would say with Stronger With You Oud, it's a fragrance that if you like the Stronger With You line, and you like the original, you like Intensely, you like Absolutely, and if you've tried leather, then you like leather. It's very similar to what I have tested from leather, where it is like one of the other ones in the line, the Stronger With You line, which is Intensely, just mixed with a heavy helping of woods, especially in the opening. It's a good fragrance. I just don't know. I told my wife, I don't know when I would see myself wearing it, and that's my issue with the fragrance. Unless you're one of those real manly men that goes out and you're in the woods all the time, or you're out cutting wood, that's the time that I would see you probably wearing that. Outside of that, I don't see myself wearing Stronger With You Oud in any situation. Like, I wouldn't wear it on a date night. I would rather wear Absolutely. I wouldn't wear it during the holidays and special occasions. I just don't think it's, I don't think it's worth it. And again, I talked to a few of my subscribers after I felt that way, and my subscribers that did have Stronger With You Oud felt the exact same way as me. There was one that said that he really likes it, but in all fairness, he absolutely loves woody fragrances and absolutely loves Stronger With You Intensely. So again, make your decision up for yourself. It's good. It's just not the best in the line for sure. And I don't think it's worth the hype that it's been getting. Let's see what else is going on here. I'm actually excited about layering Oud with the EDT. That would be interesting, Ravi, actually, if you layered Stronger With You Oud with another one in the line that doesn't have like a heavy opening, to see if maybe you could get that Stronger With You DNA to kind of match up with the amount of woods you're getting in the opening. Let me know if you do that. I would really be interested to see what that what that smells like. So let me know, Robbie, if you do try that. How much? Maybe I'll just try it. I don't know why I'd wait for you. How much of a difference is Absolutely to the original? Absolutely is a massive change from the original. So the Intensely is very similar to the original if you kind of just took out that chestnut and added in the toffee. Although it still feels like it has a nutty presence to it. I don't know why I still get that. And a lot of other people said the same thing. I honestly, before I knew much about the Stronger With You line, hold on, my dogs, thank you. Before I knew much about the Stronger With You line, I thought all of them had that nutty chestnut in it. And then I found out after buying Intensely that it doesn't have chestnut. It actually had toffee, because to me, it actually felt like it had this nutty feeling to it. But anyway, Stronger With You absolutely completely changes the game. It smoothens out the fragrance. It makes it a lot more. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to. My dog is bugging the hell out of me right now. Hold on one second, guys. I need to get my freaking dog out here. All right, sorry. The only thing I was going to calm this little guy down was to get her and hold her for a second. But anyway, Strong With You, absolutely. It adds in, if you like boozy fragrances, takes the Strong With You DNA, it smoothens it out, it makes it just, it has this boozy layering to it and sweetness where it's not in your face like intensely, and it's not just very simple like the original. It adds in a bunch of different facets like that booze that really make it a really nice fragrance to wear. And it's definitely the best one on the line because it feels like it has a lot more going on, and it's a little bit more unique than the other fragrances in the line. Are you good now? Are you good? Thank you. Okay. Let's get back to your comments. Sorry, that Lala is just a little bit excitable. So, sorry for being late. It's no problem, Newt. Hopped on at the right time for the Strong With You Oud review. Well said. Thank you, Newt. Oh, Newt was one of the people I was telling you about. He has Strong With You Oud, and he thought the same way as me. It's good, just not exactly what it should have been. It shouldn't have been hyped like it was. Bougie LA middle-aged women in Beverly Hills, Los Santal 33. Yeah. We talked about that on my wife is in the background going, yep, we were talking about that on my last live. My wife thinks that it's bougie as well. Halloween X is like a caramel sweet drink to me, zero coffee. Everyone seems to get coffee. I get the coffee, but it comes off like a cloyingly sweet, synthetic, like it almost is like if you took coffee, the idea of coffee, and made it into like a syrup, and then put it like, and made it really synthetic and put it in the background of an already sweet fragrance. That's what I get from it. But again, I don't like that fragrance, so I wouldn't be the one to ask about it. Same perfumer did Creed. Yeah, I know. That's what they were saying before. It does not smell like Creed at all. I mean, it has that same realm. It's in the same, but it doesn't have the. I have a sample of Creed Invictus that I have like 4 different batch codes of Creed Invictus samples. I have Creed Invictus Cologne, again a decant. I actually don't own any full Creeds anymore, but I'll update you guys on the ones that I've already tried here in a second. And it doesn't smell like Creed. It's more closer to like a polo blue with a fruitiness to it. That's pretty much what it smells like. Let's see. Sounds good. Blanc. I bought Stronger With You leather and then Oud. Didn't need both. Yeah, you definitely don't need. I would say honestly, just buy Absolutely, or if you like really strong fragrances, get Intensely, and then go from there. If you don't have any of the ones in the line, get Absolutely first. If you like the softer, not softer, but like the ones that are more smooth and aren't going to be so in your face, get Absolutely. If you like the ones that are room fillers, get Intensely, and then go from there. If you love the line, then try out the other ones. But to me, a lot of them just smell very similar to each other with nuanced changes, especially the original 3. Let's see. When you said manly men out in the woods, I thought of Afnan Highness Green. Never tried that. That's a fragrance for people who punch oak for a living. Yeah, it reminds me of this guy from like, as soon as I sprayed on Stronger With You Oud, there was this guy that I always scroll through TikTok, and apparently women are obsessed with him. He always wears these overalls and has these giant stumps that he chops in half. And I was like, yeah, a dude like that would wear this. Super manly guy that punches oak. That's exactly the person who would wear Stronger With You Oud. But again, Stronger With You Oud is good, and pretty much anybody's going to think it smells good. It's just my issue with the fragrance is it didn't deserve, at least from what everybody's telling me and from the thumbnails that I saw, it's not worth the hype that everybody's giving it. I think that it's a good fragrance. It's just with the overwhelming amount of maturity in the opening from the woods, and the fact that in the dry down it's so singular compared to it really turns into a just Stronger With You fragrance. To me, that's just not something that's deserving of, oh my God, this is one of the best fragrances. I know a lot of people were even saying it's the best fragrance release of the year. I mean, give me a fucking break. It's definitely not that. But let me finish up the comments and then I'll get back to the other fragrances that I have. Are you going to get... Pixel King, I have Soulja Boy S. I reviewed it in my last live. And it's not that I bought it, because I would never buy a Soulja Boy fragrance. It's that one of my subscribers sent it to me. It's night and day between Absolutely and the regular Stronger With You. Absolutely is freaking fantastic. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. But I do like the original. And I probably would like Intensely if they dialed it down a bit, which is why I think I like Absolutely so much, is because it takes that unique aspect that Intensely was trying to do, and it does it better. It smoothens it out and makes it not in your face, and then it also takes the performance of the original and pushes it up. And to me, that's why I like Absolutely so much. When you said blah, 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 are you going, yep, Wonderwood by Comme des Garçons is another men's fragrance for wood lovers. Yeah, there's also, if you just want to smell like a wet log, you can get Bulgari Wood Neroli. Smells like a wet log with a couple flowers sticking out of it. You know how sometimes in the woods, like if a tree falls over and then it starts to rot, and then it like forms moss or like little flowers that come out of it? Picture that, and then you got Bulgari Wood Neroli. And then if you kind of want to take like the aroma that lets off, then you got Terre Essence. I don't like either of those very much. Jeff sent me the Terre Essence, and I already had it, and I was like, you sent me one of this fragrance that I absolutely despise. Bulgari, usually their fragrances are either so good or so bad. Speaking of Bulgari, I have another bottle of Man in Black coming. Oh my God. So, if you guys watched my collection video where I reviewed your guys' collections, I said that there was 2 fragrances that I was super jealous of you guys for, because I just always wanted to have a bottle of it. Not because they smell amazing, well, the one does, but... and that was Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Privé. I had a bottle of it that I bought from eBay, and somebody, because I already went through my bottle that I got a few years ago. I bought a new bottle on eBay. Somebody sent it to me, and it was broken. The atomizer was cracked, so I had to send it back, sadly enough. And then same thing with Blue Electrique, YSL. I had that, ran out of it, and then I wanted to get a new bottle, and then it discontinued, and it was literally gone in days. Well, Blue Electrique came on Fragrance Buy the other day. Before not SoCal Sense, he just popped up on my screen. Before Chaos Fragrances posted it and everybody goes and buys it out, I tried to get you guys the notification, but apparently it sold out right away. But I got Blue Electrique, so that's on the way. And since I was picking that up, I got Bulgari Man in Black, which I already had. It's kind of like a better Spicebomb, the original Spicebomb, at least in my opinion. And then the next day, so yesterday, and I was talking to Jeff, one of the main shops that I use, I was on eBay. I was scrolling through all of the fragrances that they had, and they had 6 1 Million Privé, and they sell at retail. So it was $69.50 for the 1 Million Privé 50 mil. So I finally got my freaking hands on it. So that will be here tomorrow. So, and they had 6 of them. I was going to buy all 6, but I never know with eBay, even though this is a company I've bought from 100 times. I was so excited because I finally got 1 Million Privé, and I had to pay retail price from it. And that was like the best thing it kind of made my day. let's see. He wanted to be in camera too. My dog wanted to be in cameras, yes. Cujo is my dog is the sweetest dog ever. She barks at shadows, so you can't blame her for that. She's a little dog, and so she sees shadows and she thinks something's gonna come kill her, so she barks at them. But she's a really nice dog, really, really loyal dog. Chihuahuas get a bad name because it's usually the people who own the Chihuahuas that make them into the ankle biters that you see on TikTok and whatnot. It's the owners that make the dogs like that. They're the ones who keep them in purses and stuff like that. But if you actually own a Chihuahua and train it, they are super fucking smart. She can run into the kitchen and actually bring me my bag of chips. All I have to do is look at her and say, Lala Doritos. She'll walk in, open up the counter, and get my Doritos for me. So they are smart freaking dogs if you train them to be. Trice, I will tell you, or Tires, I don't know how to say your name. Coach Open Road, I will. It smells very similar to Polo Blue Parfum. It's actually more closer to like the Polo Blue Deep Blue because it has that sweetness in there. It's not tropical or has the mango like that. But if you just picture the Polo Blue line, how it has that aromatic and then that kind of earthiness from the patchouli and stuff like that, put that all together and then add this apple note along with a little tiny bit of lemon and spice, like a smoky spice. It is your average blue fragrance. If you want to put it that way, it's your average blue fragrance with a little bit of an appley, lemony sweetness in the opening. It's actually quite nice. As far as the performance, it's okay. I can't say that there's any issues with it. It's just average. It's just the fragrance all across the board is just average. If you had to give me like 5 markers on how to rate this fragrance, it would be average, 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 average. It's something that's going to smell good. It's very safe. It's easy to wear. And at the price point that they're selling it for, which I think I got this for $74, and this is at new release. So you can only think the Coach is probably going to be $40. I don't think that price is bad, especially if you wait for a Macy's sale, 15% off. You're looking at $60 to get a brand new bottle of cologne. I think that this one is definitely worth it. But don't take my full words for that because I don't know the performance yet. I will have to get back to you guys on that. Again, it just seems like it's average, maybe a little bit below average. I picked up another bottle of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau de Toilette over Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. See, I like the Eau Extreme better. It's just, it lasts a bit longer. It has the better vanilla dry down. But some people lean towards the Eau de Toilette because they don't want their vanillas in their freshy fragrances. And I totally understand that. So, yeah, I get it. Ventress by Attar. Frag, dude. You got Ventress? Were you one of those people that they selected? Because I have Ventress, Teal, just Frag, dude. Don't do their second layer. So anyway, guys, if you guys saw my short the other day, I did a video for this company called Attar. They're in London, and they're a highly concentrated elixir house. Ventress, Teal, and Peaches were the ones that I got, and they were all very nice. They smelled very similar to other fragrances, like what was the other one? Like Creed Aventus mixed with a little bit of like Nishane Hassavat and whatnot. And then they said, hey, we have a sister company. It's an Oud company. Do you want me to send you our starter pack from it? And then if you do that, then we'll send you your favorite one as a full bottle. And I said, as long as it's a full bottle, because this time you only sent me these 10 milliliter decants, and I hate reviewing decants. I already do that enough. And they said, no, it'll be full bottle. So they sent me the starter pack, and honestly, all 6 of their fragrances that they sent me smelled like something else. The one is called Sweet Oud, smelled like Angel Share. And so I said to them, I'll take the Sweet Oud. Even though a lot of these smell very similar to other fragrances, I'll take the Sweet Oud. It smells like Angel Share. I'll do that. And so the guy from Attar said, Hey, Frag dude, you're probably gonna get a message for them to do a video on their sister company, but they said, okay. I said, I'll take a full bottle of this, and he goes, okay, we'll send you a 12 milliliter decant of the Sweet Oud. And I said, well, you told me you'd give me a full bottle, and he said, that is our full bottle. And I said, well, then I'm not doing it. I said, is it a rollerball? And he said, yes. And I said, I was fine with the ones that you sent me originally because they had sprayers on them, but I don't like rollerballs. My subscriber base is going to think that I'm lying to you or lying to them if I come on here pitching these fragrances that only last 1 year. Their oils only last 1 year, not even like 6 to 8 months. And they come in only rollerballs. I said if I start coming on my channel pitching these highly concentrated elixirs that are in rollerballs that only last 6 to 8 months, my subscriber base is going to be like, what the fuck are you even doing? And so I told them, sorry, I ain't doing this. I told you guys I'm only going to be doing things that make sense, and that did not make sense. But anyway, Terray Essence smells like dirt and wood. It absolutely does, Jeff, for sure. I prefer Bulgari Black Orient. I haven't tried many Bulgaris, but I do have this. This is Mugler. Fuck. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, I pulled this out. I told you guys this is actually going for about $40 right now on the website that I posted on my community tab. It is Mugler Amen Ultimate. I needed a new bottle of it, so I got it. And a lot of people say they don't like the atomizers to these, and while they're hard to press, they're a mister, and it's actually kind of nice. I kind of like it. But my wife loves this fragrance, which is why I wear it so much. I wear it in the mornings, and I also wear it at nights when she wants me to. It is a sweet, like cappuccino type fragrance, and while it doesn't have like those type of notes in it, it's just the way that it mixes together. It comes across like a sweet cappuccino, and I can tell you for $40, this fragrance is 100% worth it. Women absolutely love it. I took it to work the other day whenever I was down there picking up some papers. So no, I was not wearing this to work. It is not office safe. I was just wearing it because I was going to pick up some papers, and I walked in, and the lady Patty that was there said that it smelled really nice. She's like 40 something. But if you ever want something that smells sweet, it has a little bit of a cappuccino vibe, you should definitely do that. You can't resell this. This is all Ultimate. Ultimate is not a resale fragrance because it is still active. They still have this and the original pretty much everywhere. So maybe in a couple years when they're gone, but from what I understand, the original and this one are the ones that are still out there being sold. You can find it on pretty much any site right now. And then I also have the last one here, which Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Surprisingly, I told you guys I don't really know much about car fragrances, and I was trying out a bunch of new vanilla fragrances over the weekend. Jeff, SoCal Sense, me and him went together on an order on News Parfums, and he got Whispers in the Library. It's a really nice, like, it smells like vanilla mixed with like an old book almost, and it's really calming. It's sensual. It's it's very relaxing fragrance, and so I wanted to get into more relaxing vanillas. And I can tell you, as long as you spray this appropriately, Mercedes-Benz Club Black. The easiest way to explain it, it's just a calming vanilla. As long as you don't spray it over, because if you spray it 5-6 times, it's just going to get right in your face. But if you spray it twice, it's really nice. It's calming. Let's see. Nice pickup of the Privé. I got the YSL Blue Electric too. Yeah, I know, Newt. I'm glad that you got that as well. I got you or someone you like today. Smells like walking through the nursery. Walking through a nursery. A lot of greens and they smell. Oh, where I live, we don't call them nurseries. We call them gardens. At least from what I think you're saying. And so, yeah, now I understand what you're saying. Well, that sounds good. Agree to many bad dog owners. Yours looks... My dog is so nice. She'll never bite a person except for Tina. She'll bite Tina. My brother's wife, Tina, whenever we...
Every animal bites her. A horse bitter.
Yeah, a horse bit her, an elephant bit her, a couple other animals bit her. because she has that vibe to animals. And so she did something to my dog when we went on vacation sometime like 5 years ago. And ever since then, you can tell my dog does not like her. And my dog, if she even comes close, my dog does not growl. I mean, I don't even know, unless my dog's playing, she doesn't growl and never has. But she growls at Tina. And just like, if she comes within 30 feet of her, my dog's like, bitch. Like, just, you can see it on her face. It's hilarious. Um, Mugler Ultimate is 100% underrated. I'm telling you guys, if you're looking for a coffee fragrance, but it's not like really a coffee fragrance, it's more like a sweet cappuccino fragrance. When people say that, I was like, no, it doesn't smell like a cappuccino. It can't. And I'm telling you, it does. I don't know why I haven't talked about it. Well, probably because I started my channel in the spring. But this fragrance is really freaking nice. It lasts a decent amount of time, too. It smells bomb. I am really good. My wife said it's actually one of her favorite fragrances. So, let's see. Black Orient Hallmark, blah, blah, blah. Too bad Mugler just updates Alien line now. Yeah, I'm hoping the other day they released, and it's still on there right now. They have the Amen Pure Malt on Neiman Marcus, and I bought it, as did a bunch of other people. But I told you guys, it says back ordered, so I don't know if it's an accident or not. So I called Neiman Marcus, and the girl said it's an exclusive. The company that we're getting it from says that they have a select amount of them that they're shipping to us. It's going back ordered, and it can take up to a month before we get them, but we should have them arrive. And since I called, they gave me overnight shipping, and so hopefully it does come, because then I'll get it the next day. But best car fragrance is Bentley for Men Intense. Somebody said they were going to send me Bentley for Men Absolute at some point in time, and then they told me they were going to send it again. Then they said they were going to send it again like 5 or 6 more times, and I didn't ask them to send it, and then they never sent it to me. And I always wanted to try it, but then I don't even remember who it was. They told me that they were going to send it to me like 5 or 7 different times, and I was just like, when is this going to arrive? I'm interested to try it, and then it never showed up. But a lot of you guys are really nice and send me stuff, and so I can't complain. I wish I got Club Black when it was like, I got mine for $44, so you should just look around. They do get down there pretty decently in price. I would say $60 for Club Black is still a good price. Anything under 60 I would pay for, but I have seen it for mid 40s on average. $30 you must have that would have been a really good price at that point in time. But yeah, I would say 60 and under is about the average. Mercedes Private Accord is mainly wood. Puncher's. I haven't tried really any car fragrances. The ones that I do try, Cadillac Coupe, Ferrari Pure Lavender, and Radiant Bergamot are nice. I also tried Jaguar Pace is really nice, and I also tried the one that I just told you, which is good. Is Coach Open Road? Okay, so we'll get back to that. I keep forgetting that some of you guys aren't in the chat whenever I do it. So Coach Open Road. I'll start the review from the beginning. I'll just do it. Just sorry for the people who are already here. I'll spray it again one more time. And I'm also, my wife's out here, so I'll have her smell it. Smell it on my hand.
It's good. Clean.
She said it's good, it's clean, and that's pretty much what I think about it. It's the way that I explain it is it's a good, safe fragrance that you're not going to go wrong with.
Yeah.
It's one that's not going to push out heavily, but it's clean, it's safe, it's going to be easy to wear to work. It smells. It's an everyday fragrance. It's versatile. It's going to be one that smells very similar to like the Polo Blue line, that has a little bit of that earthiness, a little bit of that woods, but then a little bit of that class, as well as a little bit of sweetness from the apple, and then there's also a little bit of a lemony background that I didn't know until I read the notes, but it's a nice fragrance. It's in the realm of this has been done before. I smelled it 100 times. It's just, it has a little twist on what you've smelled 100 times. Don't go by what they say on Fragrantica, because there's always those Fragrantica trolls out there that before something's released, they'll either go on there and say it's the best thing ever, or they'll go on there and say it's the worst thing because it's a coach or it's a designer, and you have the niche snobs doing that. But like sometimes, like for Jeremy fragrances, his fragrances are really good, and people go on there and they'll put like for recommended fragrances that are close to it, like a butt or something like that. And so I can tell you that's not a good place to look until at least the fragrance has been out for a while. This one I would just put a little bit higher than the middle of the pack of fragrances. It's definitely worth a pickup. Would I wait and try it out and not blind buy? Yes. But if you want to blind buy a very easy to wear fragrance that pretty much anybody will think smells good, Coach Open Road will definitely do that for you. Again, if this is the only fragrance that they're releasing in this line, then I think it's not a good release. If it's the first release in a new line that will be coming out in the future, then I think that it's a very nice release, a very nice eau de toilette that's coming out to start off a new type of line. So hopefully. I do need to charge my phone, but it hasn't even hit 20% yet. I don't think. I don't even know if I can tell. I don't want to get out of the live and ruin it. So until it's out, it just hit 20%. That's so funny. So I was at 40% when I started the live, and now I'm at 20, and we've already been here for an hour. So once it gets under 10, I don't think I'll have to worry about it. What's up, Crimson? I'm going to say hi to everybody. So hi, Arnold. Hi, Chris. Hi, Frag Dude. Hi, Killer Cam. Hi, Drew. Hi, all you guys. So Armani Code Parfum was one that I liked originally when I first smelled it. Armani Code Parfum, just, it changed on me. I liked it a lot. Not a lot, but like it was the best Armani Code, at least in my eyes, when I first tried it, first impressions. But that was first impressions. It was the first 5 to 10 minutes of the fragrance. Then I kind of wore it for 4 to 5 days, and it got boring to me. So as far as that, Armani Code Parfum, while it's not a bad fragrance, it's just meh. And so with that said, I would say Coach Open Road is definitely better than Armani Code Parfum. But if you're in love with the Armani Code DNA, Armani Code Parfum is pretty much just a smoother, more refined version of like a mixture of the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum. And I didn't get that the first time I smelled it. It was the first time I smelled it, I was like, this is a really nice take on the Armani Code DNA. But yeah, I would say that it's Coach Open Road is a blue fragrance. Armani Code Parfum is more of that iris, slightly powdery fragrance that you get from the Armani Code line that my wife says smells like an old lady. But to me, it doesn't smell like an old lady. It's just not that great. Let's see. No, I only did a tar. See, Frag Dude, it is a tar. The second thing, it's just it's a sister oud company of a tar. And if you don't know what an attar is, an attar is in the Middle East, they are little oils that they have in these little droppers that they put one drop on each arm and then and then they rub it in their beard or whatever. And it's a highly, highly concentrated perfume that you only need like 3 drops of the perfume. And then that's what an attar is. I didn't realize that until I did some research. And apparently the sister company of attar, the company that I'm talking about, is just their Middle Eastern company where they started out. And it's an oud company. And while they are good, I feel like they're just a clone house. They don't want you to say that they're clones, but they are definitely clones of something. Vegetable roll-ons, that's what they were. That's what the ouds were. Venturous Teal and Peaches weren't vegetable roll-ons. They were actually really nice, but again, they all reminded me of something else. Peaches didn't. Peaches was trying to copy Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, but it did a better job, and it's just more of like a natural peach. I love Forte and Do not say that you like Forte, because Max Forte has paid for pretty much every single one of his subscribers. I mean, and while he might do good content, I can never support somebody that legit got to where they got because they paid for what they paid for subscribers. I can't. There's two types of people that I will not put any kind of thought into their videos, and those are the ones that pay for their views, which is Forte. Oh, I thought you were saying, you said Forte. And so I thought you were talking about Max Forte. All right, then I'm going to stop talking about it. Max Forte and School of Scent, do not follow them. But anyway, Black Orient, let me keep going. More. Whoa. Last time I skipped a lot of questions, and so I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to go through them one by one now, because if you don't know, if you type something and then you delete it, it automatically takes my chat and takes it all the way to the bottom. So then I forget that there was other ones up there. But I went back and I watched my live from last week, and I saw I missed a lot of questions, and so I'm really sorry that I did that. Made some good money reselling it though. Mugler Ultimate is underrated. Too bad Mugler just updates Alien. Best car fragrance. I wish I got Club Black when it was $30. I already did all those. Don't forget to charge your phone. Thanks. Sup, dude? What's up, Nitro? Sorry I'm late to the party. What's up? What's up, Brian? How are you, bud? 100 milliliter Ralph's Club Parfum for 114 years, including 114 years. That's a lot. That's a lot of years. How many years does it cost? So you're trading your life for a bottle of Ralph's Club Parfum? RXL 209 said 100 milliliter Ralph's Club Parfum for 114 years, including taxes. So that means he's probably about 121 years. So not only did he sell himself for a bottle of Ralph's Club Parfum, but also his teenage daughter's entire teenage years, all for a bottle of Ralph's Club Parfum. That's obsessive. Just kidding. That's a good price. I'm in love with Lyric Man. Rose ain't for everyone. If I didn't know what you were talking about, I wouldn't know what you were talking about. But because some of these fragrance names are so weird. Rose ain't for anyone. My wife is allergic to rose, and my daughter has a slight allergy, so any heavy rose fragrances I have to stay away from. Hamzat sent me a few rose fragrances, and I was gonna do a video of them, and I sprayed them, and my wife came home and she had like kind of whatever they call them, where she an attack, and so a spell or whatever, and so I never posted the video. Cheating the system tells you how to person it. Yeah. School Scent buys fake subscribers. Nitro, you didn't know that? If you type in a fragrance into Google, literally every single video that pops up is School of Scent. Why would that be? Because of the fact that not only is he using some kind of ad sharing program where he is getting all over your main page on YouTube, but not only that, he's also spending the extra money, which I try to do and work it out to see different companies and what they charge. In order to get where he got so quickly, because he went from like 1,000 subscribers to like 80,000 within like 4 weeks, he had to have spent, and not only that, he is all over Google, and to be on Google's main page as the main things that look up, it is around $10,000. So he spent probably $10,000 advertising himself so that people can come and watch his fragrance videos. And I will never watch somebody like that, especially if you watch any of his shorts, which I don't like, and I feel bad even saying things. The only person I don't feel bad talking shit about is Chaos, because I really don't like that guy, and I started my channel because of him. But I'm not really a shit talker in general, only on my lives because it's funny. But School of Scent bought his... He goes on there and he says, Cartier L'Envol is the best summertime high heat fragrance. It's like, you're a joke. If you don't know what Cartier L'Envol, it's more of a fall and winter fragrance. It's like honey. Sweet. And Yeah, he does that all the time. And if you go through his comments, people are just like, "You've got to be paid by these companies. Like, are you serious? Because you're recommending things that just don't make sense." But if you guys don't know, the reason I don't like Chaos is because before I started my channel, I was a collector and I was watching only select videos, and Chaos just was one of the guys. I thought he was a nice guy. Gent Sense was my first guy. I never watched Jeremy. Surprisingly, I've never been recommended anything by Jeremy. I never bought anything that Jeremy did. I never got into Jeremy. And honestly, back then, he never came across my page. It was just Gent Sense. He's what got me started really heavily on my collection. And then Chaos, just I joined in because his videos were very similar to Gent Sense, to the point where now I notice it and it's almost like he copies him. And he also copies a lot of his Gent Sense thumbnails and stuff like that, just kind of twists and turns them around. But with that said, he's a salesman, and I was about 2 years ago. He put Azaro Decibel, which is a really terrible fragrance, on his community tab and said it's one of the best things ever. And I got it just thinking, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I got it, and it was one of the worst things ever. And then there was another fragrance that he did the same thing with, and so I decided to start my channel to give honest reactions to you guys and not just ones that are being paid for. And with that said, I also started like commenting, like if he put something on there today or a couple days ago that's one of, you guys always tell me, I can always tell which ones of my subscribers follow Chaos, because if he puts something that's really good, I get 30 emails within like a 5-minute period. Hey Randy, there's this thing like Blue Electrique. Hey, Blue Electrique's on sale, and I get 15 emails about 5 minutes after Chaos posts it. And so I'm like, yep, you follow Chaos, but I don't care. I mean, you can do what you want. But let's say he posts Dior Sauvage. Hey, this is a great deal, $150. It's $10 off. Yet he is 100% aware that you can get Dior Sauvage Elixir on News Parfums for $70. He's well aware of it, but he's not being paid by them, so he doesn't take it. He doesn't tell you guys that. And that's what I think is stupid. It's like, why can't we all just get back to telling you guys what we started our channels for? To have a passion about fragrances and tell you guys the best place to get the best deals, because honestly, you're watching us to know about what fragrances smell like, right? And also to get the best deals on those fragrances that you are interested that we're talking about. Obviously, you're not going to like what we talk about all the time, but the ones you do like, we also want to give you the ability to pick them up at a good price. And some people lose that passion once they start seeing the money rolling in. And I don't want to do that, and that is the basis of my channel. I just want to do it for the aspect, I mean, when I start getting money coming in, I'm not going to care. I'm still going to tell you guys, hey, go to News Parfums and get this fragrance. And I'm not paid by them. Just go do it because it's like 100% better prices there than anywhere else. But, I mean, again, if you guys like them, great. If you like the way that he reviews things, great. He still does give nice reviews. It's just, I can't support somebody like that. You're welcome. Lauren owns his soul. Ralph Lauren. I was like, what, Lauren? Ralph Lauren owns his soul. Yes, he does. How dare you sell your life and your child's life away for Ralph Lauren fragrance? Mark, that was you? Oh, it was you. That was a long while ago. Mark was the one that had the Bentley for Men Absolute. Yeah, that was, you told me you were like, hey, I'm gonna send that to you. And I was like, no, you don't have to. It's like a full bottle. And you're like, no, I want to. And then I didn't hear anything. And I was like, all right, no big deal. And then I remember you came back and you were like, hey, you still want that Bentley from Men Absolute? And I hate it. And I said, you don't have to send. You want some money? You were like, no, I'll send it. And then I didn't hear anything back. That was like 5 months ago, though. For the price, I say pick it up for less than 40. Yeah, that's probably a good price. Is Mustache... I'm not a fan of Rose. Mustache Eau de Parfum worth blind buying. Blind buying, no. But as far as rose fragrances, I do not consider it a rose-heavy fragrance. Like, I don't say, hey, that's rose. I hate rose. And I like Moustache Eau de Parfum. I can't wear it, of course, because my wife. But I do like the smell of it. And I like to wear it when she's at work. I can wear it in the morning. And then before she gets home, I'll have to get changed. But I do run and get a shower at lunch, so I already know it'll be fine. So, yes, I would think that it wouldn't be worth a blind buy, but if you like sweeter type fragrances, like the ambery fragrances, I think that you would like it. It's nothing like the original. How close is Assad to Elixir? Brian, so take this. If you take Elixir and you take out that nutmeg and that licorice, and then you take Assad and you substitute the nutmeg and the licorice for some cloves, that's really the main difference between the two. You can tell which one's more expensive, but they are so close to each other. And I think Assad is a little bit fresher. But with that said, they are so close. It's just, it doesn't have that unique spice. It just adds in just a clove for these, the black licorice and the nutmeg. And then again, it's a little bit fresher, but it's very close. I would say if you cannot afford Dior Sauvage Elixir, or you don't want to go on News Parfums and pay the $70 for Dior Sauvage Elixir, then I would think that Assad is definitely a nice pickup for you. And nobody else would know the difference. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. You don't blind buy it, but where the hell are you going to smell Moustache Eau de Parfum? If you're going to buy a decant, you're spending 1/4 of the price of the bottle anyway. So to me, it's like, I would think that you're better off blind buying it unless one of your friends has a decant of it. You can't find decants for less than $10 anymore, no matter what they are. Unless you can find like a sample card of it, which is like $2, but then you're still paying shipping, which is still $7. And Moustache Eau de Parfum you can find for about $30-$35. So I would think that just based on that fact, that's why I'm saying blind buying it would probably be your best. If you're interested in it, I think that blind buying it is the better option because you'd be spending that amount on a decant, like a quarter of the amount of a full bottle. And that's where I'm coming from. I mean, you can obviously return it. Just if you buy it from Fragrance Net or Joma Shop or Fragrance Buy, you can return it to them even after opening the box. You just have to call them and then they'll do a free return. Hey, Mo! Yes, he is awful. Ralph Lauren has owned my soul since Polo Blue Eau de Parfum. I actually just got the rest of the line. I had the original, I had Deep Blue, and I had Gold Blend. I ran out of Deep Blue, and so I had the original, I got the Parfum, and I got the Gold Blend. Deep Blue discontinued, and I was like, shit, I ain't going to get that again. And then I went to Marshall's the other day, and they had them for $26.50. They had the Deep Blue, they had the Eau de Parfum, and they had the Parfum. And so I ended up buying the Parfum, which again, guys, that's the new one. It's like $90, $100, and I got all three of them, and I sold the Parfum on eBay. I would probably buy it, Ravi, on Fragrance Net because they do have the easiest return policy. I've done it about 5 times. I haven't done it in a while, but you could just call them, and it's a free shipping back to them. So if you don't like Moustache Eau de Parfum, try it out, put it back in the box, call them, send it back. That's the easiest way to do it. It's just the processing time with Fragrance Net is like 7 to 10 days after they get it. No, he doesn't say anything negative. He picks the good ones, and if they're bad, they're just not the worst. That's the way he puts it. It's like if something's terrible, he goes, well, that's not the best fragrance ever. But, yeah. Jen Sense is honest. Jen Sense, I have nothing bad to say about Jen Sense from the opening until the close, or not close, but from the opening until now. I don't know what he does behind the scenes, but just based on what I personally know, Jen Sense, as far as reviewing fragrances, he is really good. I don't know if he went to some kind of perfumology school or whatever the hell he did. He knows his shit. He is really good at picking out notes. The only thing that I don't like, and it's a personal preference thing, is that I don't like his taste in fragrances. But with that said, people have different tastes. His is just a lot more mature than mine is. He likes the leathers and that kind of stuff, and I can't blame him for that. He is a fantastic reviewer. I will never say a bad word about him. I think that everything that he does is spot on, and he's the type of reviewer that pretty much everybody, in at least from the review standpoint, needs to model themselves after, at least not their channel. I mean, people should have their own type of thing, but they need to model themselves as far as the type of person that you're being on your channel and to your subscribers. He does it perfectly, and that's the way that people should be. If you ever go to Rodejerks, never heard of it. Almost every fragrance he's posted on his community tab that I've ever in. Yeah, you can find it at a better price almost everywhere. And I've got blocked on my Fragrance Dude account. I am blocked from his page because I said there was a better price on the Armani code. Oh, he posted that Calvin Klein CK Defy in the early summer, that it was being released. And I said, it's also on Boss Cobb's right now for $30 cheaper. And he blocked me. And he did that to two other of my subscribers. And so, yeah. Where'd you pick up your Amen Ultimate at? Amen Ultimate, go to my community tab. There is a $40, it's $40, which is $10 off FragranceNet. And you can buy it at Nordstrom Rack. And while you're at Nordstrom Rack, they also have a really good sale on Spicebomb Infrared now that the fall is coming. And it's $62, and you get a 90 milliliter bottle as well as a 20 milliliter travel spray for $62, which is a steal, especially because it's supposed to be phased out. But Amen Ultimate, fantastic fragrance, smells like a cappuccino, and you can buy it for $42 on Nordstrom Rack. $70 for Dior Sauvage Elixir. Can't beat that from News Parfums. You cannot, Cam. What's up, Arnold? Jeremy got me to try Spicebomb Original, and that's when I started my journey. So if you want to know when I started my journey, I've had fragrances, 20 fragrances here and there. But if you want to know the fragrance that made me start my full journey, which it wasn't actually that long ago, so I mean, I guess 20 fragrances is still a lot of fragrances for a normal person. And I didn't really consider myself a huge collector, but it was the 3 months before Wanted by Night came out. They sent one of my survey sites called BizAgent sent me a 30 milliliter decant of Wanted by Night, and I fell in love with it, and that is where I started my journey. That's where I can say that is the fragrance that started me on my fragrance journey to where I am now, is Wanted by Night. That's why I love it. That and YSL Eau de Toilette. But Wanted by Night is where I can say that is the fragrance that made me start how many I have today, which is around 200. Somebody asked me the other day, how many fragrances do you have in your collection? It's 203. But with that said, I am trying to I'm trying to stay at 200. So I'm going to sell and stay at 200, sell and stay at 200, and then maybe move down to 150 at some point in time. But I don't want to crowd myself. And so that's about where I'm sticking at, is I want to stick around 200. Don't blind buy Mustache if possible. SoCal, why not? Mustache EDP is Kohler Wed Frag. Most likely net buy. It's okay. Fragrance. You guys are talking to each other. Never mind. What's up, Mo? Welcome to Mo! I should say that every time you join. Thoughts on TLTG review channel. TLTG is a really nice guy. He was the first person that ever allowed me to do a tag video with the tag here. I Smell was part of that as well, but I don't know where the hell that guy's been. I'm pretty sure he's on a hiatus. But anyway, TLTG Ross is a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. As far as watching the reviews, I more watch his Instagram, because me and him follow each other on Instagram. So I don't fully watch his videos on here. From what the people tell me, a lot of people like his content, that he gets content out quickly and does a lot to help the fragrance community. Outside of that, I don't know much about the videos itself. It's just he's a nice guy. That's the main thing that I know about him. Again, I don't know, and if I do know, I wouldn't say the type of things that happen behind the scenes. About other people. I that's the kind of stuff that I'm not going to share with people. Um, Fragrance dude, the guy in chat. LOL, what a clown. What guy are we talking about? Wait, hold on. What guy? Cam's that? Wait. What guy in what chat? Did somebody say something mean? Jensen's line Gallery of Parfum is at its lowest price ever now, 129. Yeah, I saw that. It's really low. I picked up Cognac Cafe. That one is really good. I didn't like any. Um, I didn't like any of Jensen's fragrances when I first tried them. It took me a month and a half to actually come around to them, and once I finally did, because they are very mature smelling, and some of them smell horrible. Victorian Tobacco, one of the worst fragrances I've ever smelled. But By the Yuzu Grove is a fantastic uh, daytime fragrance for the spring and summer. Doesn't last crazy amount of time, like 4 to 5 hours. And then you have Cognac Cafe, which, if you like coffee fragrances, it's a must buy. It is a fantastic fragrance. If you want to watch that video, it's a couple weeks ago. You like Victorian Tobacco? Yikes. I even talked to the guy who sent it to me, and he said, I wish I wouldn't have bought that. But, I mean, again, everybody likes what they like, but I don't know how anybody could like Victorian Tobacco. Ravi got any Panda Lows in stock? What's a Panda Low? Ravi, if you're curious, I had a guest smell it earlier. If you guys know, by the way, Jeff from SoCal Sense, a lot of you guys came from his channel a long time ago. If you haven't went there, he does compliment tests with a lot of different women. Nice, beautiful women. Some of them are very famous. Some of them are just some of his friends, but they do compliment tests of different fragrances. He just did one, a date night video, where he does the compliment test. I think there was CH Men Privé. So if you're thinking about getting that before it's gone, there was a layer in the video that he did with Baccarat Rouge 540 and Creed Aventus, which she really liked. Also, there's the new Apex by Roja Dove, Apex Parfum, that's coming out on the 23rd. And the original Apex was on there, and she liked it originally. So you should definitely go check out his channel if you haven't already. He just released that video, so definitely watch that. I have around 50, half designer, half niche. I have a little bit of niche. I don't have a lot of bit of niche. I have a very little bit of niche. I would say probably 20. Is that maybe 18? 18 niche? But I didn't get started into niche until May. Blue Electrique is not worth the price on eBay. It only got hyped up because it went discontinued, and it went discontinued quickly. And Jeff, I didn't see if you posted one today. I was at the hospital or Med Express, so if you posted one today, that's the last one I saw. Blue Electrique is an average fragrance. It's a good fragrance in that line and one of the better ones in the line, but it's still meh. It's not worth over $100. Even though some people just live by it, I tried it and I'm just like, I don't understand why people are going crazy buying these for 150, 160 bucks. Doesn't make any sense. But hey, I got it, and if I want to sell it. That's why I bought it. I bought it to sell it. I only follow 3 people on here, and one of them is already in the chat, and one was already in the chat earlier, so I don't even know who Joy Amin is. Thanks for infrared info buying now. You're the dude. Yeah. Woo! Youth. I don't know what you're saying, Robbie. Sorry. What's my favorite coffee fragrance? Sorry, Ayer. See, somebody skipped it and I missed it. Favorite coffee fragrance. I haven't tried very many. I would have to say, even though it's not really a coffee fragrance, this one's probably up there, but just based on what I've smelled, it would have to be Cognac Cafe. I haven't smelled very many again. I do like Coffee Break by Replica. That's actually really nice. Ravi, I live in the States, yes. Replica Coffee Break is nice. That's more just like a pure coffee if you really just want to smell like coffee. But as far as a fragrance, I would say, yeah, that's probably the one. There's also Novitus Embrace. I believe it's a coffee fragrance, but I'm going to have to go with those two. Coffee Break or Cognac Cafe. Cognac Cafe is probably the best one that I've smelled. Although Jeff, SoCal Sense, put that in the chat. It's called Ensign's, ENCENS something, and it's a new coffee fragrance that is released on Saks Fifth Avenue. I don't remember the name. It's a two-part name, Ensign something, and apparently it's his favorite coffee fragrance. Robbie got a new. It's blah 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 blah. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anybody else's. TLG gives honest reviews. I think he does too. I think some of the ones that he's paid for, but I think that he is one of those ones that it's paid for, but he just tells it what he actually thinks. What's up, Harry Larry? Is Blue Electric? I already read that. Thoughts on Joy Min? Thanks for the TLG. I like TLG, but he reuses a lot of frags and different. Well, Crimson, you can't hate somebody for doing that. Reusing fragrances is really an easy thing to do as a reviewer, because if you think my collection, I like winter fragrances better. So I have 200 fragrances. You divide that in half. Let's just say my fragrances were 50-50. And I'm making a video every single day of the week except for Sunday. So with that said, I have 100 fragrances to go through, and I have 7 days a week, and then I have an entire spring and summer. I'm going to have to reuse them at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. And that's saying I probably only have about 80 fresh fragrances because I like the heavy fragrances more. So it's actually really easy to use them. I just like to use them differently. Like I'll use one and I won't use it for 2 weeks unless it's one of my favorites. But I can see where that becomes an issue. Infrared is fire. Cognac Cafe in Victoria. Yeah, Night on the Town was yesterday's video. We are some good cool weather every day. What are some good... Finally got a question. What are some good cool weather everyday cheapies? All right. So the first one is going to be what I said before. Azara's The Wanted by Night. That is, you can find it for $30 or less. It's spicy, it's fruity, it's a little bit of woody. It's really nice fragrance. Another one is Guess, 1981 Los Angeles. Another sweet. I did a whole video about this. If you fall fragrances under $50, so you can definitely check that out. As far as other ones, you also have, what other ones did I put in that video? Boss Descent Private Accord, you can get that for $49. If you're looking for some really cheap fragrances, I mean, this one's $40, and this one smells like a cappuccino, so that would be good. During the Armani sales, you can get Stronger With You, which was $22. I actually got it for $8 because I used their coupon, stacked the coupon, and it was $8 for a small version of the Stronger With You. So that would be another one. Yeah, those are the ones that I would pick. Wanted by Night would be on the top of my list for sure, especially for fall fragrances. I can't remember. Right now I'm drawing a blank. I did do a whole list about them, but I'm drawing a blank right now. There's one, Paco Rabanne, Black XS. That one's like a sweet fall and winter fragrance, and that one runs for about 20-25 bucks as well. At least I think it does. Whenever I bought it, it did. That one's a really good fragrance as well. And Apex. Okay, so for just video, it was Apex, Aventus Plus, Baccarat Rouge 540, Jeremy Fragrance's Date for Men, Ultramall, and CH Men Privé. So you should definitely go watch that. The girls give the girl, Chantal, very beautiful woman, gives the list of which ones are her favorites. She actually gave a 10 to all of them at one point in time, and then you can see after that what she does in her dry downs once you watch the video. And then also remember to like and comment. Ravi, what do you think my favorite fall favorite is? Because if you don't know what my favorite fall favorite is after watching my channel for as long, well, I just want to see what your answer is. What do you think my fall favorite is? Picked up Gucci Guilty Parfum the other day. Gonna be a good to go in the... Gucci is one of those lines that I'm on the fence about. I do like Gucci Guilty Black. I think that's nice. Gucci Guilty Parfum's another good one. I just never fully got into that line. Like, to me, it's okay. With that said, we are going to be doing a giveaway here soon. I don't know how much. Let me check my battery life. Percent left on my battery life. So I'm probably going to have to stop the live here soon, but I might do another live tomorrow. Let me know in the chat if you would be available for a live sometime tomorrow, and if so, what time. And then we can possibly do another live or giveaway tomorrow as well. Just because my phone's dead and I'm not feeling very well. I was going to keep it on here until about 10 or 11 o'clock, but I don't know if I'm going to do that now. Incense Suave. That's the coffee fragrance, and it's new on Saks Fifth Avenue. Have I tried Rochas Man? It's nice coffee. I have not. I haven't tried very many. Polo Red Extreme is a male coffee vibe. I do know Polo Red Extreme is coffee, but I don't love that fragrance too much. Yeah. Hidden Gem. How long does the shipping take with News Parfums? I'm doing a whole video on this about Joma Shop and Fragrance Buy. Also, while I'm here, that was another thing. I'm glad that you said that. Thank you so much for reminding me. Sorry, because I'm sick, my mouth's really dry. Fragrance Buy. You guys need to realize that every time I post a link to Fragrance Buy, everybody always says, yeah, but the shipping is so shitty. And I'm like, bitch, all you have to do is after every single time, as long as it's not your first order, you get rewards with Fragrance Buy. So let's say I'm a brand new person, first time ever buying on Fragrance Buy, and I go on there and I buy Boss Bottled for $50. They give you 2 points or 2 sprays for every dollar you spend. So from that order, you would have to pay $15 shipping, and then you would have to, then you would get 100 points because it was a $50 bottle. You get 100 points. Okay, so then you get that in, and then you go on and you make another order, and that order is $70. Well, you don't have to pay shipping anymore because just log into your account, go to your rewards section, select free shipping for 100 sprays, use your 100 sprays, get free shipping, and then guess what? As long as your order was over $50, you'll get another 100 rewards sent back to you for the next time you use it, and you get free shipping every freaking time that you use it. So use your rewards every single time, and you'll get free shipping on Fragrance Buy every freaking time, and you will never have to worry about free shipping, or you'll never have to worry about paying shipping on there. As far as News Parfums is concerned, they are the best site. You get the best prices. All you have to do is freaking hit a button to translate the page, and you get the fragrance. So far, I have ordered it 4 or 5 times. The first time, it came in 5 business days. Second time, it came in 8 business days. And then the next two, it came in 6 business days. So I would say it's 10 business days and less, or less. It all depends on customs. I know Hamzat's took 10 business days, I believe. But still, it seemed like a lot longer than that, but it still was only about 10 days. So I would definitely use News Parfums. They also give you they give you rewards as well. And for every bottle that you put into the cart, you also get either a decant or a body lotion, or you get a mystery box, which I got a seashell, a Mugler Star seashell the last time I did that. What was the place you said? News, News dash Parfums. It's a French site. It's 100% legit. Do not type anything into the search bar. There's one trick you need to know. You need to go to, so if you're on an iPhone, all you have to do is, I'll show you guys here. News Parfums. Okay. So if you're on News Parfums, if it pulls up there we go. My daughter's phone's not the same as mine. Where the heck is the settings for the page on an iPhone? My daughter has an iPhone 11. But anyway, on most iPhones, this is News Parfums. You'll come down and then there will be a settings button for Safari, and then it'll just say translate page. And it'll translate the entire page. And then you go to Parfum Home. And then up here, it doesn't look like it can be clicked, but that is how you get to the entire list of fragrances on here. They have the new Armani code, and as you can tell, it's $79.50. That's Europe, but it's pretty much 1-to-1 with the United States. So for the new Armani code, it's $79. And then the shipping, even though it's from France, it's $17 or $18 up to 4 fragrances, which again, you're saving a lot more money than because Armani Code Parfum's like $140. So you just saved yourself $60, and then you're adding on another $17 up to 4 bottles. So just make sure that if you're gonna buy from News Parfums, you should probably make sure you're buying like 3 or 4 or 5 fragrances at a time, just so you're not wasting and not having to buy and pay shipping every time. But yeah, that's the site where Dior Sauvage is $70. I need to check the battery life. Is anybody even still here? I feel like I'm talking to myself. All right, so we're going to do a live tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow after pretty much same time. Let's do same time. We'll do another giveaway. I'll go through all of the rest of T-Frag's fragrances. Let you guys know exactly what I get from the rest of Coach. And do that. And that sounds good. 7 o'clock. Everyone knows his fall favorite from the OG. Fuck you, Crewed. I do not like Yope. Well, let me see what he said. Dude, what's your current fall favorite? I want to find Ravi. He said Noir Extreme. Hamzat. Hamzat and Mo. What's my favorite fall fragrance? I want to see if my 2 most loyal subscribers from the very beginning know what my favorite fall fragrance is. And I can do one of 2 because they're... I can forgive them if it's the one and not the other. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. So, if you guys didn't know, Most Wanted Parfum is my favorite fragrance. And the reason I said I would take one or the other, Most Wanted Eau de Parfum would have been accepted by the judges. I would have been fine with that. But yes, Most Wanted Parfum is my favorite fragrance. I talk about it all the time, and literally every single time I mention it, I always say this is my favorite fragrance. And so, yeah. I guess I'm not getting it across as well anymore. So maybe I should do a Most Wanted Parfum week. Yes, this week, every single video I'm releasing is a review of Most Wanted Parfum. Just to let you guys know how much I like Most Wanted Parfum. What if it's like day 1, Most Wanted Parfum review. Day 2, Most Wanted Parfum full review. Day 3, Most Wanted Parfum spray test. Most Wanted Parfum, is it good? Most Wanted Parfum, yes it is. That's this week of videos. I'm down for a live tomorrow. Okay. What was the place that she said to get your? Did you say I was a she? So first RXL, you sell your soul for a bottle of Ralph Lauren, and now you're saying that I'm a she. You're batting 1,000 today. Out country sites quicker than Joma. Yeah, News Parfums is quicker than Joma Shop. It's quicker than everything but Fragrance Buy and Fragrance X. Joma Shop takes forever. News Parfums is actually quite nice. Just to let you guys know, and I can thank Hamzat for this one, if you ever buy from News Parfums, it's easier just to use the app Parcel Track because they can also track international packages. And it'll switch from Colissimo, which is their UPS, to USPS as soon as it hits that quick. Yeah, Nigel. So Joma Shop is quick if they have it in stock. But I went through their page last night, and about 90% of the fragrances on there are not in stock. And they don't have to... You can still add them to your cart. But if it says 3 to 5 days or 1 to 2 weeks, it means that it's not in stock. They're getting it in stock. So you must have just bought 1 or 2 that was already in stock. Was soaking the game you're putting out. Oh, you're soaking in the game that I was putting out. I get it now. Well, I'm glad. We're out here, Randy. Thanks, everybody. My phone died. My phone went black. And so when your phone goes black and you're not looking at comments and you're talking, it kind of feels like you're talking to yourself. And so if I don't see the comments, it's what it feels like. That's why some of my videos, if you ever watch, I'm like this. I have ADHD, yes. That's a given. But it's because there's nobody talking to me or there's no comments to look at. And so I don't know where to keep my eyes. I even put a big red target to try to keep myself looking at it, and it didn't work. Most wanted means most wanted. Yes, most wanted means most wanted. That's Saturday's video. I forgot about that one. Giving people what they want the most. Let's do a giveaway. I forgot that I was even doing a giveaway. I was having so much fun talking to you guys. Mo, if you guys would have got it wrong, I don't know what I would have done. I knew that you and Hamzat would have got it right. But I bet both of you were sitting there thinking, I hope it's this. I hope it's Most Wanted Parfum, and you're probably scratching your head. Maybe it's Most Wanted Eau de Parfum. And then whenever I said, yeah, you can do one or the other, you guys are probably like, ee! Or that's just me thinking that's what you guys were doing. But anyway, let's do a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a decant of Coach Open Road, as well as a decant of Stronger With You Oud, and then also a decant of this. And then I'm going to throw in a couple sample cards as well of fragrances that I don't know what they are yet. All you have to do is write in the chat, I'm in. I'm in. If you do it more than once, I will not write your name down. You won't even know that I'm not writing it down. Just do it one time. Chris, Hacky, Nigel, Nitro, Crimson, Ravi, Andrew. Is that Andrew? Oh, no, that's... I was thinking that was my friend's buddy, but it's not. So Ravi, Andrew, Pruitt, Matt, Sun Devil, Larry, Rodwin, Arnold, Larry, Rodwin, Arnold, Killicam, D, Hunter, okay, so Newt, you don't want in. Luke, Mo, Mike, and Phil. Alrighty, anybody else want in? If not, I'm going to end it here and tear this shit up. Give me 1 second. I just need to cut these up, put them in the hat, and then I'll pick your name. So what you guys sent of the day. I was sick today. Still am sick. I hide when I'm sick. I hide it very well. I'm really not feeling well today. But with that said, I wore a couple different fragrances today. The main one being Office for Men. So yeah. What y'all wearing today? Alrighty, tighty whitey. Let's do this. The winner, I will let you guys know. I will send this sometime later this week. Since I'm doing a live tomorrow as well, we're going to be doing another giveaway. And I will send it after that. I will package them up. If any of them, which they only have once, and that was my fault because I didn't have any decants left. So I poured out a decant, cleaned it out, put a new one in, or put it in, and it was one of those weird Nordstrom ones, and it leaked. So I sent him a new one. But if it does arrive, and one of them leaks, I'm not sending another one. But with that said, I am sending you like 5 or 6 fragrances. So it's never happened before, and this is a free giveaway. So, all right, who's gonna win? Ravi. Congratulations, Ravi. Have you ever won before? I don't think Ravi has ever won before. I know Mo's won twice. I know Cam's won twice. I know Newt has won. I know Mike has won. I know somebody else won a couple times, but congratulations. I know Pruitt won twice. Who else won? A couple other people. But yeah, let's just recap. Coach Up and Road. I'm going to be doing a full video here soon. Has it changed on my skin? It's a little bit closer to the Creed Aventus now that I'm smelling it. It does have that woody aspect, but it's still, it's closer because I know people were saying earlier that it smells like Creed Aventus. So Coach Open Road, it doesn't project. The performance here is not very good. It's actually gone downhill as far as on my skin. It's almost non-existent. It's still there on my skin, but it's a total skin scent almost at this point in time, and we're probably 2 hours in. The fragrance, and this is actually kind of nice doing a review on a live because especially it's a 2-hour thing, and so I can give you the full dry down what I'm getting from it and all that. So the opening, again, it has that nice apple with a lemony tinge, as well as it feels like when it gets about 5 to 10 minutes in, it's like a sweet version of a basic blue fragrance, like a Polo Blue or something like that. But as it dried down now, it's a little, that vetiver and that woods, that cedar is kind of mixing together. It does have a feeling of something like the dry down of a Creed Aventus, just not as complex. It doesn't have any of that vanilla sweetness in it, and it has some patchouli in here as well. So just picture like a little bit of like a woody, earthy, basic fragrance, and that's what you have here in the dry down. Coach Open Road is a nice fragrance. It's easy to wear, very good release, as long as it's going to be the start of a line. If it's not the start of a line and it's just a singular fragrance, it's not a good release, just a basic release. But overall, I think that this fragrance, if you guys look back 5 years down the road, this is going to be one that people are going to be talking about as the one that started the line of the Coach Open Road, which I think will be the case in a few years. The bottles are really nice. I was planning on returning this, but I don't think I'm going to anymore, just because of the fact that it doesn't smell terrible, and I think I could see myself wearing this as an easy random pull, going to work, whatnot. So that's Coach Open Road. I'll have a review for you guys out this week. Stronger with You Oud. Again, this is more just like, and I know that you guys watch my channel, but Stronger with You Oud is a nice fragrance that is not worth the hype. But with that said, is it still a good pickup if you like the Stronger with You line? I think it definitely is. It has a nice woody opening. It doesn't smell like oud at all. It's more like a strong woods, very masculine, mature in the opening, mixed with a little bit of vanilla and amber, as well as a little bit of spice as well. As you work your way about an hour into the fragrance, that woods completely dissipates and you're left with Stronger with You intensely without toffee. It's a good fragrance, actually like an above average fragrance, and it lasts about 8 hours. But to me, it's just not fully worth the hype because it's a very situational fragrance that I feel like I wouldn't be able to find the time to wear it. That's my opinion on Strong With You Oud. It might change the more I wear it. I think, again, it's a good fragrance. It's just not something that I can see myself wearing like I would wear the other ones in the line. Third one, I did on my community tab tell you to pick this up. Mugler Amen Ultimate. It's going for about $40 on Nordstrom Rack. If you like sweet fragrances, if you like cappuccino fragrances, if you like fragrances that don't lean too heavily on the sweetness, but also smell like a really nice fragrance with those gourmand, semi-gourmand aspects, then go with this. Smells like a nice cappuccino, really nice for early mornings and date nights. And then we have, if you like a calming vanilla, do not spray too much of this. We have this, it's Mercedes-Benz Club Black, really nice vanilla fragrance. That's pretty much all you need to explain it. It's a vanilla fragrance. It's really heavy if you spray too much, but outside of that, I appreciate you guys joining in. Congratulations again to Ravi. Make sure that you guys go and comment on this as soon as this is over, because I don't get any credits for the comments in the live. But once the live does show up, I would appreciate if you guys just liked and commented on the video live, just so I get the credit for that. Thank you guys so much. Again, we'll be doing a live tomorrow night as well. Should be interesting. So appreciate it and look forward to my next video, which should be out on Tuesday. I do have a few shorts that I released today and some that'll be out tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.